What's up? It's the three of us tonight. We're sending our love to Kristen, who is not feeling well. Everybody say a nice thought for our girl. We miss her. Ooh, kitty cat. Kristen, feel better. We love you. But we're soldiering on because next week our recording schedule is going to get crazy with StitchCon, so we wanted to still put something out for you guys. But know that she is deeply, deeply missed, as always. This is number 78. I made sure to look ahead of time, which I don't always forget to do. 78. That seems like a crazy number, you guys.
It's a lot. It's quite a lot.
Yeah. Wow. All right. Well, we start off with best new things. Let's get into it. Jody, what's your best new thing?
Oh my gosh. Well, it's StitchCon week. What?
I mean, right?
I can't believe it. Like, we have been, first of all, talking about this for like literal years, right? Like, when I first learned about StitchCon, it was years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm actually kind of happy that I hadn't gone in the past because I'm so much more into the craft now and into the community that I think it's going to be a lot more meaningful that we're going now. So I can't even begin to describe my excitement. Like, we are going to be meeting friends that are near and dear to us that we've never met in person before. We are going to be away from life. Like, it's gonna be like, it's not going to be real life for like 4 days, and it's insane to think about that. We're going to be stitching and shopping, and I was just talking to Erin, we're going to go to Keepsakes. Like, I can't believe it's real. I'm like blown away that it's here. It's this week. Like, tomorrow I have to pack. I have to get the kids stuff ready to go to my mom's. Like, there's so much to do. And I have to figure out like what stitching stuff I'm taking. And that is making my mind like explode because everyone says don't bring too much. But then I'm like, what am I going to do for 3 days? I have to bring all of it. Like, I am in a full-on StitchCon panic right now. So I'm very pumped. It's my best new thing right now. But my other best new thing was just today was a really fantastic day for us. We had skateboarding in the morning, and then we took the kids to this thing called Jurassic Quest, which I know is in it's in quite a few cities across. I think it goes across the whole country. But it was at the amphitheater, so it's this big parking lot, and it's a drive-through, and you drive through a path, and it's life-size dinosaurs, animatronics. They're moving, they're roaring. There was an audio kind of like safari guide leader that took you down the path. And the kids had a blast. They loved it. So super fun activity. If there is a Jurassic Quest in your area, highly recommend it. I did read a few negative reviews on the Facebook page, so I'm not sure if it's like depends on what city you're in and how they have it set up, but my expectations were exceeded. So it was great.
I mean, anything like that is so nice where you can stay in your car and it's like the comfort of, I mean, that's just
it's like so hot and so humid today. Like,
Oh, yeah.
In the air conditioning, we had the windows down because the kids were like, you can like hang out the car and stuff, but safely. Don't come at me.
safely, I promise.
Everybody's safe, I swear.
We're driving 45 miles an hour, and the kids are dangling out the window.
High-fiving the dinosaurs.
One kid's out the sunroof. No, but we had a blast. Yeah, they loved it.
He's like, it's my bachelor party.
Oh, right. Oh, Lord.
It was well done. It kept them entertained, and like the second they started getting like a little bit antsy, it was over. So
perfect.
Yeah, so it was good. So yeah,
How long is it going on? I might have to send my family to do that while I'm gone.
I don't know that it's definitely through next week. I think next week is
Okay.
the last, and it's not long. I think it's like a two week thing.
Cool.
So
That sounds
yeah,
awesome.
but I
Well, thanks for
definitely
that pro tip.
it. Yeah.
Awesome. Erica, what's your best new thing?
My best new thing is that yesterday I was out with my family and this is so
Good story.
crazy. Sitting, we were dining out in a safe fashion, and there was someone sitting like diagonal from us, and she was making faces at the baby because he was pointing at her. And then toward the end, when she was getting ready to leave, she came over and she said, "Oh, hi, I watch you on YouTube, and I'm a big fan." And my brain like simultaneously melted and exploded because I just couldn't like process what was happening, and I laughed like a weirdo. I was like,
She's like, just kidding, never mind.
she was so lovely and so nice. Emily, thank you for coming over and saying hi. It was so wild to me that that could happen. And
Emily, you'll have to come to a Stitch Day if we have
yes,
one.
yes, we would love to see more of you. It was super cool and like just one of those things that was like, holy moly, what am I doing? What's happening right now? And I normally, like when we're eating, I try to have my phone away, but I looked at my husband and I was like, I need to text the girls right now. And he was like, yeah, yes, of course you do. Yes. I was like, yes.
I looked at my phone and it was like all capital letters. You guys.
I know,
That was
I was
so
like,
crazy.
what?
What happened?
Because with us,
Yeah,
it could be anything.
Anything.
it's true. That's true. It doesn't have all capital letters, you guys, could be something totally minor. Or something totally crazy, like meeting a friend from the interwebs.
That's amazing. I
Yeah,
love that.
still like excited about it. So thanks, Emily.
That's so cool. Well, that's a
Yeah,
great best new thing.
yeah, it was awesome.
So mine was StitchCon. I mean, that's up there, right? But also this morning I got to meet up and hang out with Erica, and it was so much fun. Our kids got to hang out, which we don't get to do very often, and they picked up like they hadn't seen each other in like a day. They acted like that, even though it's been 2 years, and they
Yeah.
had fun, and it was so much fun. We just had a really nice, lovely morning, and we went to 2 birthday parties this weekend. Like I just feel the fog of COVID starting to lift, and it just feels like life is coming back, and it's just, it's glorious. At one of the birthday parties, I saw a friend that I hadn't seen in 2 years now. I mean, literally since before COVID started, we hadn't seen each other in like a month or two, and then everything started, and we both cried when we saw each
Oh,
other today and hugged each other. Like it was just this, neither of us expected that. And it was just this moment of like, oh my God, I'm so happy right now. It's nice. It's nice to feel that. And I'm excited to feel that at StitchCon, just that like fog lifting and people. And I'm so excited. And I would
yes.
say this, I consider myself to be a very social person, but if at StitchCon I'm like, into my stitching and you feel like I can't go up to her, I don't want to say anything, I would say do. Please come up to me, interrupt me, say hi. I would so much rather meet a new friend than be stitching something that I can be stitching later. You know what I mean? So I would just say that. I feel like I'm gonna come off. I've been told that about myself, that I come off as like, don't approach me, but I want you to. I'm
Oh.
saying to everybody right now, please come up. Please introduce yourself to us because we would like to meet you and have new friends.
And
Who
don't
told you that they can't approach you? That's crazy pants.
I've been told. My college roommate told me that.
Aaron and I were just talking about how anxious we are because in real life we're a little socially awkward. So if we're really weird when we meet, we're sorry.
I feel like sometimes, it's that resting face too. Like that's a thing, and I probably get that, and I don't want to come off as like unapproachable.
Oh my gosh. I don't know that I would ever think that about you.
That's very sweet. I know several people that would disagree with you, but that's very sweet. I'm looking at you, Amy. Not that you would ever watch this.
Watch, this is the one time she watches it.
You guys, she was my freshman college roommate. You know what she did? She made this list while we were all at class. She sits down and she writes us all a chores list, like a very specific chores list, and like how to clean. We can't just Swiffer. We have to actually get a broom and sweep. We are not friends. Like, we didn't know each other ahead of time. Like, who is this girl coming up with this crazy intense? Needless to say, it didn't work out, and we did not make it the whole year together.
Oh, boy.
Bye, Amy. Anyway, so let's move on to our haul section. Jody, do you have some haul this week?
I do. So I was at the dollar store getting Stella's out of school. So I needed like busy craft stuff.
You know what? I feel like that whole craft section's becoming a really big deal at the dollar store too. Yeah.
It's like a thing. Like the Dollar Tree went on this whole craft rampage. They were like advertising it. It's a whole thing. There are ribbons. There was like adorable ribbon. Just like really cool stuff. I don't know. Anyways, I needed stuff for the kids. Like last minute, we were out and they wanted to do painting, and so we went, got a bunch of stuff. And so while we were there, I saw these cuties. They're like little clippy things. So this one says Queen Bean.
Oh my god!
Little coffee pattern. Big.
Totally. How cute is that?
And this one says ready for a coffee break.
I like that one more.
That little coffee pot is so cute.
Oh,
so
cute.
Like a little stop. I know.
That's the cutest.
$1.
Oh my gosh.
I love the Dollar Tree.
They didn't have a ton of them, so I like kind of grabbed what I could.
You're like, I'll take this, thank you.
There's another Dollar Tree down the street, so I might have to hit that one up.
You have to play them off each other, like go.
Oh, my mom, I'm dropping shit everywhere. My mom does that. She'll be like, oh, well, this Dollar Tree didn't have it. We're going to go to the other Dollar Tree. And then if they don't have it, we'll go to the other Dollar Tree.
That's how we are. We have, like, even here, we have like 3, and we're close to each other. And
I know.
We're not even using competing dollar stores.
No. Ridiculous. Anyways, the other thing I got was my June mystery project bag from Lynn X Stitches. Okay.
People are sleeping on Lynn X Stitches. That's what's
Listen,
happening.
I was sleeping on Lynn X Stitches. Okay. I knew that she had a project bag subscription, but I didn't know a lot about it, and that's my fault because I didn't I knew about it. I like heard it was like sold out. And then I kind of didn't think about it because I was like, well, I can't do it anyways, right? And she does them quarterly. So it's very affordable. I thought I was getting a project bag. Like, I didn't know what this was all about, okay? So I get my package in the mail, and it was very clear. It said, like, Lynn Dorney, and it was like in, like a project bag sized box. And I was like, oh, cool, my project bag came. Like, I'm so pumped to open it. And I open it. I was blown away at like what this was. I didn't even know what this was. Okay. So first of all, here's the bag. All right.
It's so good.
It's so beautiful. It's fireflies and mason jars. All right. It has a vinyl cover, and I'm going to not turn it around yet because I want to show you what's in here. So in the bag is this little card, which, by the way, can be used as a corner gauge.
Oh, how cute is that?
Yeah.
Love it.
Totally.
So,
oh my God.
The project bag, okay. Then it came with this other bag of goodies. One being a needle minder exclusive for this project bag from my girl Colleen.
Yeah, Colleen.
Oh,
How
That's
cute.
amazing.
All right. It also came with a an exclusive pattern from our girl Brooke. And
Yeah,
Florida
Brooke, I see you. I love that pattern, like so much. That might be my favorite
beautiful.
pattern she's done.
I can't, like, the jar of fireflies is like exploding and it's so cool.
It's so
And
cute.
I'm looking at it and it's only like 65 by 65, 63 by 63. Because when I first looked at it, I was like, oh, that's a pattern. Like, that's overwhelming because it's like so detailed.
Yeah,
63 by 63.
completely doable.
So doable.
Yeah,
Okay, then it came with a Beat the Frog seam ripper,
nice.
some cold brew peach tea,
Ooh,
and a I think this is like one of those like protein waffle
I
things.
love those. Oh, they're so good.
So here's the front of the bag with the fabric on the inside.
oh yeah.
Amazing. So what's affordable? How much was it?
I want to say it was 50.
Okay, totally
Okay.
affordable. Yeah.
So for $50, which some project bags alone are like $40 to $50,
Totally.
and then you gotta pay shipping and all that shit. So, like, to get a bag, a pattern, and a needle minder alone, like, these goodies are just like icing on the cake. Like, it's just extra.
Mhm.
But like a needle minder and a pattern and a bag is
Totally.
way more than a $50 value.
Totally.
Like, way more.
I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah. So I am going to pick out some fabric. I don't know if I'm going to do it on black, but I might do it dark blue. Anyways, I'm going to pick out some fabric.
Oh, dark blue would be pretty.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of stitching on black, but I do like the dark blue idea. It's a good idea.
Yeah. This little like button on the zipper.
Ooh, cute.
Like, such good quality. Okay, quarterly. Like, yes, I will pay $50 and get a bundle like this every quarter. Sure.
Because it's always going to be good, and who doesn't need more project bags? Like, everybody needs project bags.
So it's always going to have a bag, it's always going to have a pattern, and it's always going to have a needle minder.
That's amazing. I saw her last one, too, and Brooke did that pattern as well, I believe. And there,
Which bag was that?
Oh, I can't remember specifically. I just know I remember seeing it and being like, oh, man, I wish I got that. And I even messaged her after and asked her if she had any left. I remember because I was like, it's so cute.
I think there's a wait list.
Totally.
But if you purchased one, I think that gives you like first dibs for the next
one. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Like, you don't have to do it consecutive, but you kind of lose your
place in line.
Yeah.
I think that's a good business model. I would do that. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Well, that's a cool purchase.
Yeah, so I'm very excited about it. So, so I got that. The other thing I bought.
That's a big one.
Lindy.
Oh, I know. Would she stop it? Oh, every pattern she has released lately, I'm like, stop it. I don't need more patterns.
I gotta pull it up because
she nailed this one. I feel like it might be my favorite she's done so far.
Do you have a picture of it?
I'll pull it up on Instagram. You can talk about it while I pull it up.
Okay, so it is the Saltwater Scrapbook by Lindy Stitches, and it is a collaboration pattern with the blue flower. Did I get that right?
Yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So basically, it's a 9 square pattern. All right, there it is. I can't even deal with it. Look at those seagulls. Like, I can't.
Look at the seagulls. I like the dog jumping in the water. I love that
Oh
boat.
my
For some
God.
reason, that boat really strikes me. And the
The
squirrels.
boat is great. The squirrels
There's
are my
nothing I
favorite.
wouldn't stitch. There's nothing I don't like.
It's so
Yeah.
good. So here's how they did it. Lindy designed 5 squares. The Blue Flower designed 4. And
Like this.
oh yeah, they finished them in like little dough bowl pillows. So you have to buy it in 2 parts. So you have to buy part 1, which is the Blue Flower part, and then part 2, which is the Lindy part. So if you want to do online squares, you have to buy both parts. They're kind of pricey, but here's the deal. It's like you're getting 5 smalls, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Like you buy a small, you're paying what, like $2-3?
Yeah, and
So-
I think it was $12 for each, right? So $20
$12
total.
Yeah. The hard copies and the kits for Lindy Stitches are sold out, so don't even bother.
Yeah,
But
because she sold a project bag with hers. She sold a project bag. It was just
did.
like the not the hedgehog, but she did that with another one. Oh, the blue-footed boobies.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
and I missed out on that one too. It goes so fast.
They sold out so fast, but there's a PDF version of the pattern, okay? So I bought that. Then Erin was like, well, I'll buy the other half because that's, like then we'll have, like between us, we'll have like the full thing. Well, the other half paper copies were sold out.
Like that day, you guys, I went 2 hours late. I got the email. I saw it. I was like, I'm probably going to buy this. I did stuff with my kids. 2 hours later, I went to buy it. Sold out.
Gone. So anyways, I found a single copy of the Blue Flower part on Etsy from a shop that was taking pre-orders that was still in pre-order status, but they had one left. So I bought it. So
Snagged it.
I got the whole thing. I am not planning on stitching it in that formation. Okay.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not planning on doing that. I'm definitely planning on stitching them individually. I dyed fabric for them. And Erin, I dyed you a piece also.
Thank you.
But I can't decide if I like the more purpley gray or the light blue.
Oh, I do like them both, but I'm leaning towards the blue. Like my immediate response.
Oh, really? Mine was
Yeah.
this. Anyways, I've got 2 of each. Yay! So
Oh, shucks.
I'll bring you both and you can decide.
Thank you.
The other thing is that I went to go kit it up and there's 23 colors of floss.
But like you said, it's so many smalls. I mean, it's a lot.
It's a lot. And I think, now I could be wrong, this might cover both of them.
Oh, that's a good
Oh.
point. I don't know.
It might not. Like, I might get the Blue Flower pattern and it's like another 23 colors.
Can you imagine?
So I don't
Yay.
know. I don't actually know what, I haven't looked at the pattern close enough to.
I would think that would be how they like overlapped it, because you kind of have to keep the color scheme. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's a good question. I don't know. That'll be a fun surprise.
Anyone got the whole thing, please let me know because I'm anxious and I don't know when the Blue Flower one is coming. It probably won't be here for a while, but anyways. So I bought that. And then the last thing I got in the mail was this project. I'm like a project bag whore now. Oh my God.
You're addicted.
Oh my God. And it's so unlike me. But anyways, I'm loving it. Pokey Parlor. She sent me this as a thank you for participating in her giveaway. So that I thought that was very, very sweet of her. So
Sweet.
she let me pick the fabric. She had a couple options. So sweet. Cute little charm there.
Oh, I love it. It's so cute. Man, she does an amazing job.
I I know, and it's a size that I wouldn't think of. It's like long and like skinnier. So like my 8x8 Q snap will fit in here, which is perfect if I'm doing these smalls. And I love it.
If you have not checked out Pokey Parlor's Etsy, go pause this video and go check her out because her stuff is affordable and it's gorgeous. Like she just does a flawless job.
Yeah.
I did get one more thing. Oh my God, this haul is insane. So I was at
you have drool-worthy haul too, for the record. It's all so good.
I was kitting up my pattern and I found this fabric, and Erin, I thought of you. It is 32 count even weave of some sort, Zweigart, but it's
I love
right.
Yeah.
So it's not linen, it's even weave.
Oh.
Yeah.
You'll be surprised what looks good on that.
What's that?
You'll be surprised. Like everything tends to look so good on that. What is that called? Gingham?
It's plaid. I don't know. But anyways, I picked it up for you because I know that you like it.
Oh, you did? That's so sweet. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I love it.
I'll give that to you.
Awesome.
Starting the stitch.
I'm sorry. I can't get too excited. We still have 3 whole days to get through.
Breathe.
We can do it. Do it. Well, that was an amazing haul, and that is a tough act to follow, Erica. But did you get anything?
I can't remember. I don't know. Let's see here.
I'm proud of Jody branching out with all the project bags. I think that's amazing.
Oh, it is amazing.
Very.
Let's see. One of the things I can remember is that you shared with me a couple of items from the rainbow stitching box, dear Erin, and gave them to me today. There's the mask, yay, and the fabric. Ta-da!
Which I think is gorgeous. I know myself, I will never stitch on 16 count Aida. It's never gonna happen.
I'm excited. I have to think of just the right thing, or 4 things. I bet I could do 4 things on here.
I bet you could.
Maybe 6. Maybe 6.
Because the thing about 32 count is it doesn't feel that small when you're stitching it. But for some reason, 16 count Aida, it kills me.
Yeah. 18 count is the one that I'm like, oh, I don't know if I should commit to this or not. It's so tiny. But thank you for sharing those with me. That was very lovely of you.
You're welcome.
And I can't really remember anything else. So I'm sorry if anyone gave me anything. I totally forgot.
No, I don't think we did this week, so you're good.
Okay, cool.
I don't have much either in the way of haul, but when I saw Erica today, she brought me something that I commissioned to have made, and I'm very excited to share the final product. It's my pillow. I love it so much, you guys. I just see this sitting on like a chair on their little deck overlooking the lake.
What is it, what's around it?
They're like pom-poms. Isn't that beautiful? I love the fabric. This very nautical looking fabric. Erica, you nailed it. I mean, I'm very, very happy with this, and I can't wait to gift it to them. I think that they will be very happy. And then officially, I have given all of the ants on that side a cross-stitched pillow, and I can check it off my list.
Awesome. That's fantastic.
I did it. So thank you. I hate that I have to wait a whole month to give it to them because I'm really excited about it.
Oh, yeah. You'll just have it around. You'll see it. And you'll think, oh, there it is. I'm glad you like it. I'm really glad.
I love it. Thank you. You did an amazing job.
Thank you.
So let's move to finishes. Jody, do you have any finishes this week?
I finished my Frankenstein.
You did.
Woohoo!
I did.
For
And
the record is definitely Frankenstein.
for the record, this is definitely Frankenstein. Actually, it's not Frankenstein. It's Frankenstein's
It's Frankenstein's monster. I'm that person. I always say that, and Jonathan's like, don't be that person.
Like, I get that he's commercialized as Frankenstein, but he does look very similar to Herman Munster. Herman Munster is very near and dear to my heart. My entire childhood, Saturday mornings was WWF. Okay, we watched wrestling, and then followed by 2 episodes of the Munsters. So I am very
I love that.
familiar with the Munster family. Herman Munster is a version of Frankenstein's monster, but this is definitely Frankenstein. Anyway, so I finished him and I put him on. My initial goal was to find fabric that had lightning on it because that's Frankenstein was created. So I wanted lightning. I couldn't find lightning, but I found this blue fabric and it's like cobwebs.
Yeah, it does. Wow.
That's the
So-
coolest. I mean, the
I know.
lace on it is such a perfect addition. It's just gorgeous.
Yes.
Thank you. So I put the little spider on there, which I don't know why, but I thought it went. Put the lace on, and then I put little bolts on the side.
Amazing.
I love it.
So these bolts, actually, I bought different ones. So these are, they're the ones that you like IKEA furniture that you put them in a hole and
Yes.
put them. So I found them in our toolbox in the garage, and they were black, and I was like, well, that won't work. So as I'm standing in the garage, I'm staring at a can of silver spray paint. I'm like, oh. I threw them on the ground, threw a drop cloth down, spray painted them real quick, made them silver, and then I just glued them on. But I think they look like his bolts.
They
I
do.
love it. It's perfect.
Thank you. I'm really happy with how it came out. So for anyone looking for that pattern, it's Season of the Stitch. It comes in a kit. The 14 count Aida, wooden hoop, all of the fabric, and the pattern. You can only buy it in a kit. So if you are looking for that pattern, check out Season of the Stitch. They do their model is a subscription box model. We've talked about this, but you can pick and choose which patterns you want. So if you're looking for Frankie, go check them out.
They have amazing patterns. I mean, I don't feel like anybody would be disappointed in that purchase. It's always going to be a good purchase.
Yeah, their patterns are good.
So
Erin
good.
and I did a couple of them with that Mario.
Oh, that Mario
Oh,
one.
yeah.
Yeah. That's one of my favorites.
There's a Jason mask one that I did with blood everywhere.
Oh, that's right. And the
And with,
3D one too.
What's that?
That 3D glass one.
It had 3D glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're awesome. So definitely check them out. Cool. Erica, did you have any finishes?
Yes. 2
Whoa.
weeks in a row.
Step back.
What's up? Okay. My finish is Happy 4th of July. Oh, there's stuff on it. By Tiny Modernist.
So
Love it.
cute.
So much.
Yay!
I love it so much.
So that's a Tiny Modernist pattern.
It is, yeah.
Love Tiny Modernist, man.
It is, I mean, it's obviously not big, right? But I started it last year, June, thinking, oh yes, I'll totally get this done by the 4th of July. And then I finished it this year in June. So,
No.
Hey,
I
it's done by the 4th of July.
just a wrong year.
Yeah.
But you didn't have that much done, so you
Right.
finished it really fast.
Yeah, all I had before, I think I worked on it for 5 days. And before I started working, I had the white part of the sheep, and then I had the H from 4th, and I think that was it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you did a lot for you. That's awesome.
Yeah. So I'm pretty excited about it. I am thinking about like simple hoop finish and maybe give it to my mom. We'll see. It seems like something she'd be into. So we'll see how that goes. But that's my only finish, but my second finish like
Woohoo!
row lately, so I'm on fire.
Well, I think you did awesome. That's great.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, I have a couple. So I FFO'd my June from Lizzie Kate. I always forget who the designer is for some reason. But my June, I FFO'd.
Oh,
I love
good.
it.
I love the color of this fabric. It's just very bright.
Mhm.
I'm liking the way it looks it looks like a watermelon.
Yes.
It's
I
really
love it.
I'm very happy with these. I'm excited to like lay them all out when I have all 12 done and look at all of them. We've
Yeah.
come a long way. Okay, so my next one is probably my favorite finish of all time. So I told the story last week how we went to the L&S and Aria went to the Fancy Floss and she picked out a bunch and said she was going to make me a pattern. Well, she started it and I just assumed she would never finish it. Well, one day last week she was like, Mom, can I get on your laptop and finish that pattern? I was shocked and I said yes. And as soon as she finished it, I was like, I'm going to stitch this immediately because it's the cutest little pattern. So I have it on like a little stand. I don't know the best way to show it. It says Mom Aria, and it looks like her handwriting. That's what kills me.
It's amazing.
I love it so much.
I love it so much.
Thank you. And this is the charm she picked out at the store too. So I put that on there.
I mean, it's the
so
most
nice.
special thing ever.
I
Mhm.
love. She even told me, she's like, can you put the date on the bottom like you did with the handprints?
Oh, that is so sweet. She's so sweet.
She's so into it, you guys. And she keeps coming back here to look at it. She's very proud of it. And
She
I love
As
it.
she should be.
I love it. So plus I get all that fancy floss because this barely took any fancy floss to stitch.
Oh my
Love
gosh.
it. She nailed it. So that is an exclusive pattern available if anybody wants a Mom Aria pattern.
Is she perhaps the youngest cross-stitch designer in the world?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Maybe. She
Freebie
might
pattern
be.
available. I try not to push it. I really want her to want to cross stitch. So I really
Right.
try not to push anything with cross stitching. So if she's into something, I invest in it and then I back away. And hopefully that method will pay off dividends. We'll see.
I mean, she's the designer now. It is. It's paying off already.
Right? Yeah, it's her
Yeah.
second pattern.
Crazy.
So I don't know what got into me last night, but I picked up the Tiny Modernist mouse and I was like, yeah, I'm just going to finish it. I was so close. So as adorable as it is, it looks even better on this Jody fabric.
Yes, it looks
Is
amazing.
the mouse's dress variegated floss?
Yes. Yes.
I love it.
And yeah, so it's a lot of full X's, which is why I feel like it took me so long. But I mean, you have to get the fancy floss for that one because I feel like it makes that mouse look so good.
It absolutely makes her.
I love it. Look at the key and I love her needle. So we will be getting more cobweb corner patterns to show you guys. And spoiler alert, mine is another in the mouse series and I'm so excited.
I love
I
that
love
whole
these.
series, and every time she releases one, I just get more excited. And I'm like,
Tiny Modernist, man, I feel like you hear about Tiny Modernist a lot, but I just don't feel like people really appreciate like how they're just so good. They're so sweet and just universally liked. I don't know. I think she's so good.
Yeah.
She's probably one of my favorites. She is one of my favorites.
absolutely.
So I'm happy with that. That one's done. I was going to finish that at StitchCon, and now I don't have to.
Mhm.
Save it
There
for
you go.
another start. All right, let's get into whips. Jody, do you have a lot of whips to talk about?
Only one. I only worked on one thing. It's been a busy week. So I started my I love scary movies. Whoa.
Oh yes, that eyeball so crazy
The
on the
eyeball. I know. So I am usually a middle starter, but starting in the middle, I was nervous because, after Aaron asked me how big it was, I decided to measure it and I wasn't sure. So I started in the bottom corner. So I had a piece of popcorn done and the start of the little spider.
I love that fabric choice. It's beautiful.
Thanks.
so good.
I'm excited about it. It's a little slow going, although I haven't really spent a bunch of time on it. So I'm excited because it's like big blocks of color, but then there's also like lots of them. So it's not boring, but it's also not like, crazy popcorny. Pun intended.
Pun always intended. Always.
So I'm taking this with me to StitchCon, and that's
Nice.
I'm excited. Yeah. So I'm taking this. I'm taking my salt water. Obviously, that's going to be my StitchCon start, and I'm taking my ink circles that Aaron got me.
Awesome. Oh, yay.
That's it. I don't know. How much are you taking?
I have more than that. I'll say that.
I can't wait to see what you guys decide to take.
I'll show you. But at the end of the day, too, we're going to a cross stitch store on top of everything else. So it's not like you can't get a couple patterns and kit them up and stitch those, too.
Why not? Just do all the things. Do all the things.
Doing all the things.
Do all the things, man. We just got to do it. Erica, what do you have for whips?
Oh, I just have one because I spent all my time working on the Happy 4th of July. And I am working on Liberty's Lights from the Frosted Pumpkin. Wait, let me pull up the picture. This is one of the ones that I got that's not what I want to look at. Last week, and I shared it. Picture of it. Nope, that's not the one. Here it is. Okay. Frosted Pumpkin, Liberty's Lights. It's one of their seasonal ones.
Super cute.
So I'm into it. Oh, sorry. I'll hold it back up again so it can focus. I always forget that it takes a minute.
There it goes. Yeah. Oh, it's super cute. I love their finish for it.
Oh, yes. And you can get that, the little crown, like the Statue of Liberty's crown as an SVG file. So if you have like a Cricut or something like that, you can make that and then put it on your finish, which I think is awesome.
That's so smart.
Yeah, isn't that cute? Love it. Okay, so I'm doing this on some Picture This Plus fabric. It's called Heroic. It's in 14 count. Here it is.
Oh, that's pretty.
And I've switched out a bunch of the colors for étoile flosses. I'm doing the red, white, and blue, and both of the yellows for like the stars, all in sparkly floss.
Wow.
Nice. I'm impressed that you made the commitment to switch it. I know you like to stick with the pattern usually.
I know, I do, but I love the sparkle, and I thought, what better than something that's celebrating, 4th of July and stuff. So then these are the other colors, and I just kept them regular because really the Statue of Liberty doesn't actually sparkle anyway. So
she doesn't. She should, but she doesn't.
I know. This cat is meowing at me. He wanted to come in and now he wants to go out. You need to make up your mind, sir.
Story of my cat life, man. We've been having some cat issues at night. I feel ya. Look how handsome.
Side note, he is 16 years old this month. He's a little old, so I let him do whatever he wants because he's living out his golden years with.
He does have an old man face, an old man kitty face.
His like whiskers are turning white, and he has a little white hair, but he's super healthy. I took him to the vet recently, and he's super healthy, and they're really happy. So cool. Keep it on. Keep on going.
16. That's amazing.
Yes. He's a little old man, and he was like one of those cats that was not super healthy when he was a tiny kitten. So I'm really pleased that he is so healthy at such an old age because
Totally.
Good
That's
times.
great.
Anyway, he's mad because he wants to eat dinner. But related to this again,
Mm-hmm.
the Frosted Pumpkin has this new thing on their website. And it is pretty new, and I'm not sure how many people know about it yet. So I want to mention it here because it is so cool. They have, like, you have to log in to their site to buy patterns, right? So I have an account on there that I have used before to buy patterns, of course. But now they have another thing called My Downloads, where you can go and you have to create a separate account. But once you log in, I don't know if someone does it manually or if it does it automatically. I don't know that stuff. But you can access all of the patterns you've ever bought from them. And you can see all of the patterns that they have, and it just like shows them. And if you've bought it, it says like click to download, and you can click on the ones that you've bought. Or if you haven't bought it, you can
Love
click to
that.
purchase. It's amazing.
That's amazing. What a great
So
idea.
cool. I love it. You are a Frosted Pumpkin Stitcher and you haven't already signed up for this, do it like right away because you'll be so excited. Normally they email you and here's the link to download your thing. You have this many times to download it. And then I sometimes have forgotten what I have purchased in the past and like now that's not a thing. And I'm so excited and I love it so much. So my downloads.
That's
There you
amazing.
go.
That is a very cool feature. I'm gonna have to check it out because I've got quite a few Frosted Pumpkin. I
Yeah.
want to get that campfire one with the s'mores.
Oh, yes, the Summer Nights one.
Man, I
Yes,
look at
yes.
that one all the time and I'm like, why have I not just bought it? Oh, it's so cute.
It is cute. That little marshmallow has like a face. I love it.
Like how lights has like the lights in it. I love it. It's super cute.
I think if you could tolerate doing like glow in the dark floss, it would look really cool.
I cannot.
But I don't know that I want to try. So
Nope.
maybe sparkle
Out.
floss would work for me. We'll see. We'll
It's
see.
not worth it.
But so cute. I'm so pumped.
Awesome. Very cool. All right, I have 3. So the first one I'm still trying to truck through this caterpillar one. I will finish it. It's not as bad as I'm making it out to be, but that's the Hello Sunshine. It just was a really big first release.
Yeah,
And so
yeah.
I'm getting to it. I'm almost done with it. I think I just need to devote like one more day and I'll have it done.
Whoa.
Oh, I love it.
It's big though. Like that flamingo she's big.
Yeah.
So
Wow. It's awesome.
thank you. So it's like the tree and then there's 2 flowers. So I'm
The
close.
colors in this are so vibrant. I love
so
them.
bright and happy, aren't they? I love it. I love it. This is a really cool pattern, and it's not too late to join in. It's too late to get our discount code, but you could still sign up for it. And again, I showed these last week, but I'm going to show them again. These are what the cards are. She's using a new color card system. So if you get the full kit, you get them on these cards. And I just think it is the coolest system. The whole, like the skein of floss is on here. So you cut the size floss that you like, which I love that I can do because I like a long piece. And then when you have that one done, you can just put it up here to save it, because you just have like a little bit left or something. I love it. I love it. This is the coolest new system I've ever seen. I don't know if other people are using it, but Sally, if she designed that, she really nailed that one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so my next one, I was going to start this one at StitchCon, but I couldn't wait. It's just so pretty. So it's the Gobble Couple. You won't be able to see it very well because my fancy floss is getting in the way. Oh, here, I'll just take it out. So it's this one, the America one.
Yes. Awesome.
And I'm doing it on my gingham fabric. And I love it.
Oh my God.
I was so worried about how her neck would turn out because it's pretty much the same color, but I forget that with the gingham, like, it's going to show up.
It
Yeah, it
shows
was
up
awesome.
Thank
They were
you.
needle minder twins. Needle minder twins.
Needle minder twins. I mean, the perfect needle minder for this. And look how cute that blue is already showing up. I can't wait I want to stitch on this like immediately again.
I love her bonnet. I think it's very cute.
You can always, I agree. I agree. It's such a cute pattern. You can always tell which one's my favorite because I put this in it and I put the needle, my scissors with my favorite fob on it. You can always tell which is my favorite pattern.
I love it.
A little giveaway. All right, I have one more. It is that Lola Crow Starry Cat Night. So that is the pattern again.
Oh, yes.
Cute. Love it. I didn't get a ton done, but I finished the cat. This one just feels like it's taking a long time because it's full coverage.
Wow.
But...
Wow.
That's impressive.
That is impressive.
Thank you. So I just need to, that was one night. I just need to put more time into it. Oh, did the cat get you?
He keeps coming over and meowing at me to open the door, but as soon as I make a move toward the door, he runs away. So I don't know what he's trying to do.
He wants the option. He's a cat. Cats are jerks. That's just what they want.
Oh, yes.
I love cats, but cats are jerks.
They sure
Okay,
are.
so let's talk plans before we do our giveaway stuff. So Jody, I know you talked about what you're planning on bringing to StitchCon. Did you have any other plans?
Honestly, I probably won't stitch between now and when we leave, just to be honest.
Yeah.
We have sports going on, like Mondays and Wednesdays are softball, skateboarding is on Tuesday. I got work to do. There will not be much, if any, stitching before we leave.
I totally get that.
And I don't know how much stitching is going to happen there. So, time you see me, I might have absolutely nothing, but I will have haul. I will guarantee you that I will haul. So at least
you bring it for the haul, girlfriend. That's all we can ask
for. There you go.
Erica, what are your plans?
I want to work more on the Liberty's Lights pattern because I think it's going pretty quickly. Yesterday, all I had was the 4 stars and the word "and" by the end of the night. And just today, I added this word and the blue line. So I feel like for me, that's a lot.
Yeah,
So
that's awesome.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes because I am behind on the Christmas wreath and I want to work on that, but I also feel like doing patriotic stitching and summer stitching and things like that. So
it's so hard. It's that time of year, right? Like you want to do all the summer.
Yes. I want to do all the things all at once and that's not possible, but I will try.
Totally. Well, I am full on. Yeah. I am full on in StitchCon mode and preparing for it, and I'm bringing way too many things. But I just kitted this one up tonight, and I'm really excited about it. And it is a free pattern, so I'm going to show it. It kind of shows the pattern, but it's a Tiny Modernist. She just released it. It's this freebie. It says, "There's always time for tea," with the little teacup. Look how cute that is.
That's adorable. I love the colors.
And it also comes with very similar colors. The coffee is always a good idea. And I love both of them. So I'm going to stitch them both. And I have a fun finish idea. So I just kitted that up tonight. I'm going to be taking my luminous fiber, the cat one. So I'll be starting that. I'm going to start this one.
Oh, yes.
Ooh.
Which I love. I have my July Lizzie Kate ready to go, but I highly doubt that I will stitch on it. And I'm going to be honest with myself and take 2 things out of there. And then I've got the whips that I just showed are all coming. And I feel like that's good.
I'm so excited to hear how this goes.
Although I literally was just thinking, I think if I can find it quickly, I'll show it. Oh, I can. I think I'm going to kit this one up too, though.
I love that one
Up
so
all night?
much. Yes, it's wonderful.
By Tiny Modernist, who I adore. So I think I'm going to have to kit this one up and bring it. Because the thing is, Jody had sent me the itinerary, and essentially, like, it's closed at 10 every night. So I assume we aren't staying in the La Quinta, so we won't have that late night stitching room except for our own rooms. So I assume that's when I'll be doing a good amount of stitching. So I liked the idea of doing like an up all night while I'm up all night stitching.
I support you.
I'm thinking I'm gonna have to kit up this.
The Brooke pattern. Totally. Oh, and she just released that one pattern too. Kristen, we'll have to wait for Kristen to talk about that one, but she just released another pattern that is amazing. Just go check out My Studio Create. Like, if you haven't checked her out in a while, she's got a lot of great stuff out there. Go check her out. She just released like a spring gnome or a summer gnome.
Oh, that one is so cute.
It's so good.
So cute. Like, all of her stuff is so good. So yeah, please go check out Brooke's stuff because she's killing it. She's nailing it every time. Okay, let's talk about giveaways. So the first one is Frida, and I just want to do a little, well, before I even get into Frida, so we were definitely made aware about our birds giveaway, and that person is a known copyright infringement. So we're just gonna put that one away, and we're not gonna pass that along just to be on the safe side. But while we're talking about it, in case people aren't aware how copyright works, like if you're kind of new to cross stitch, or even if you've been in cross stitch but digital stuff is new to you, there are different rules for printed patterns versus digital patterns. So like amongst the group of us, we don't share digital patterns because you are not supposed to share those. Those are supposed to be kept for yourself. And then, you know, you can stitch them a million times, but you're not supposed to share those. Printed patterns, like a paper pattern, you can stitch and then pass along. So that's a pass the stash, okay to pass. But if it's a digital and you print it out on your computer, you really aren't supposed to share those. So just in case people don't know that that's how that copyright rule works, I'd love to give that PSA out there because these designers work so hard, and it's, you know, they're not selling it for that much money and they're not making a ton of money. So like whatever we can do to support them, I just feel like it's an important thing to do as a community of other stitchers. Like if you want to keep good designers, that's how we keep good designers, right? It's just like teaching. If you want to keep good teachers, you pay them. Well, if you want to keep good designers, you pay them, which is why I'm not a teacher anymore. Haha. No one was paying me. Ugh. Anyway, so then Frida, what happened is we had Frida for a very long time, as you can tell from Jody, and one of the winners has just contacted us and said, hey, but honestly, like, we love you and we love our viewers, but it's kind of, we already put it out to be given away. You have a week. I don't know how else to say this without, make sure if you win that you contact us. And if you don't hear back from us, then contact us again and be real obnoxious about it, because I want to make sure the right person gets it. So we are going to do something nice for that person, but we're going to give Frida to a new winner because that's kind of how our system that we've worked out. So that winner is, I think it's Kristen, not Christine, right? Christine Gomez.
Yay!
Who gave us coffee. And that's not why she won. She just happened to also win. I swear I do it random. I do that random YouTube generator thing. But yay, Christine. So yay. Frida is now leaving Jody's home as soon as she contacts us with her information.
Send me an email. Send me your address.
Yeah.
Frida on her way.
The thing I have a hard time too, because I think I love our viewers. Some of you maybe are not as great with technology as other people are. So know that just because we can see your username, we don't have your address. You have to email that to us. That's why we put that disclaimer in there. So please email us and we will get it to you. And then the scarf. which was a big one. People really wanted the scarf, and I'm so happy about that. So this beauty is going to Sarah Holland.
Yay, Sarah.
So send us your info. Now, knowing that we will be gone for the weekend, I promise we will do our best to email you back and get this out as soon as we can. But just get us your information. That's all I can say. Get us your information. We don't have it magically stored somewhere. Please, please, please give it to us. We want to give you this stuff. So, all right. Did we have a giveaway for today? I think we did. We have 2, right?
Yes, we have 2.
Why don't you show us your giveaway?
All right. My giveaway is this little number called Birdhouse Roll.
Love it.
No, well, now I can't see it because I'm showing it to you. It's by Shepherd's Bush Printworks, and it makes this sweet little like birdhouse rolly up thing. And it is very exciting because not only is it the chart, I have not opened this, so I don't know. Like, it looks like there's a chart in there. Yes, there's. Anyway, it has all of the stuff. It has some linen, has
cute.
some floss, some beads. It's super cute. I got it at a stitch day that Kristen and I went to, and it's just not, I just don't think I'm going to stitch it. So I want to pass it on to someone who would love to stitch this. The birdhouse roll.
What is a rolly thingy? Like, what is it supposed to be?
I think it's just a decorative pillow, right?
That's my best guess. Because it doesn't seem like it's going to be very big.
Gotcha.
So.
Oh, yeah. So it's not like it would hold, like sometimes those things hold like plastic bags and stuff. But that doesn't seem like that kind.
No, it's definitely, the piece of fabric seems pretty small.
Yeah.
So it's probably
Cute,
just something cute that you can put out in your home, right?
So I want to stitch the birdhouse for that one.
Yeah, I want to stitch the birdhouse.
I want to stitch the birdhouse. And then our other one is my June Lizzie Kate.
Woohoo!
Woo! So if you liked the June Lizzie Kate, unfortunately the charm has already been claimed, but the pattern's up. So I want to stitch June. You can ask for both. I feel like in our last one, people were being very polite and only asking for one or the other. But feel free to ask for anything. Like, you up your chances. So if you like them both, feel free to ask for both. And know that we want to be generous and give to you guys, but also, like, you know, I'm a rules person. I took this thing when I was working at a university, and it said that I am empathetic but not sympathetic, which is such a great way to describe me. Because I get it, I feel what you're feeling, but also rules are rules. And that's how, I mean, that's very me. If you know me, that's how I live my life. Empathetic, not sympathetic. My kids would agree with that. So I think that's it. Really quick, let's talk scheduling. So we will be making, Jody and I and Kristen will be like recording here and there while we're at StitchCon. We're going to try to make some fun videos with some cool cameos. I think that'll be the best part.
Exciting.
Yeah, that's my goal, at least. I want to put together like this really fun video for you guys. But we won't be recording next Sunday, so I don't know how videos are going to come out, but just be patient with us while we go to this and have fun, and we're trying to bring you something fun with it. So know that.
I'm excited. I might throw some kind of video together while I'm all by my lonesome here. So we'll see. Maybe I'll put something out.
Yeah, I love that. Awesome.
Yeah.
Would you ladies have anything else before we go?
Yeah.
Can't wait to hear all about it. It'll be so cool.
You know when people go on vacation and they come back like tan and like glowing? We're gonna come back like hungover and pale.
But in a glorious way.
Oh, yay. You guys are going to have so much fun. Yay.
Oh, I can't wait. All right, friends. Well, wish us luck, and we will see you soon. Bye, Flosstube.